Main event. Ben Shelton, they've pushed the infield tires in. How do things look from the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit?
It looks good. It's streaked up down here. You've got some slick spots. You got a lot of moisture. And I'm going to go with Jonathan Davenport from inside of row 2 for the win, and he'll be the point leader when tonight's over.
A bold pick, my friend. James Essex. Who you got?
The defending Jackson 100 winner. How about Ricky Thornton Jr. in the Kohler Motorsports 20 RT?
Essex is going to, in the house that Essex built, he will leave the 71 on the table.
Are you going to do it? You going to do it?
Bobby Pierce has been really good lately, guys.
No.
But I'm going with the winner of the Castrol race here a couple weeks ago, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neal. All right.
You're playing to the home crowd. All right, Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone, 40 laps. 10,000 to win the 3rd annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We are underway, Dustin Jarrett.
And it will be Bobby Pierce for that early hole shot down the front straightaway. He'll quickly slide up the racetrack and try to take that outside line away from the 20 RT. And look at Jonathan Davenport. He's trying to go from 3rd to 1st on lap number 1, but he's got Pierce in front of him, and we've got a Dave Warren Power Sports caution as Dalton Wilson has slowed to a stop in turn number 2.
So it's the leader plus 3 to not do that, so it'll be a complete restart. And Dalton Wilson, a single car caution. Does he have a tire down? Not sure. In that Ratliff 18D, trying to check it out, does not look like it. So he will have to go to the back. Being a multi-car caution, everybody gets their spot back. That was a single car, so we'll do it again.
And he started back in the 12th row anyway, James, so he will just go back a couple rows, but nonetheless, Dalton Wilson will now have to come from shotgun in this 28-car starting field. Pierce got the early hole shot last time. Jonathan Davenport had a real good start, though. We'll see how things shake out the next time we try it.
34 wins this year for Bobby Pierce, the World 100 in Knoxville. Unbelievable year. Ricky Thornton Jr. on the outside, 13 wins in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. JD, the Pittsburgher winner. JD's been back-to-back in the Lucas Oil Series, Port Royal and at Pittsburgh. Hudson O'Neal in 71 when the Castrol race here a week and a half ago. We'll back green next time around 40 laps, complete restart, except for the 18D to the tail. Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Pierce and Thornton lead him to the green flag, Dustin.
Looked like a little better start that time for the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. We'll see if he's able to keep the momentum in the middle of the racetrack. Down the back straightaway, he is not, but instead he'll tuck back in line. Maybe second at the end of this first lap. Hudson O'Neal on the high side. Davenport was second at the end of lap 1. The first time we tried it, this time he'll be in 4th.
O'Neal using that outside, down the back straightaway, the 71 car. Homer Jackson 100 winner knows his way around here for the lead out at turn 4. It's Pierce. O'Neal goes to second at 71.
Hudson O'Neal trying to tiptoe around the top of this quarter-mile fairgrounds oval, James. There's a look at the top 3 on your screen early in the going in this one with 28 cars on the track. Lap times in the mid-14s. It will not take them long to reach the tail of the field.
Right now, it is Bobby Pierce out in front, O'Neal, Thornton, and we got a car off the track. And caution flag. And it's the 7R of Chad Stapleton, 2-time track champion, Dustin.
Yeah, tough break for Stapleton as he has slipped off the top of turns 3 and 4. And that'll bring out a Dave Warren Power Sports caution 3 laps into this one. 37 laps remaining. So Pierce, O'Neal rolling the high side. Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport rolling that low groove, and then Tyler Erb has had some good runs here in the past.
He's a former 2-time winner here at Brownstown. You know Dylan Kleins, right? He's one of the crew on Devon Moran. His dad celebrating a birthday today. I know we don't usually give shout-outs because if we do, we'll have a million of them, but a happy birthday to you, Mr. Steve Klein.
Oh, how about that? Very cool.
Do we have an early contender for the Todd Steel Building's hard charger, Dustin?
Well,
Garrett?
I know an app, and it's
It's
called My Race Pass, and I use it all the time. And Carson Ferguson,
there you go,
holding down those honors right now as the driver of the Paylor Motorsports entry. Started 27th. He currently runs 21st.
Again, tonight's finish, no effect on tomorrow. Again, it's a complete new show tomorrow night. So if you're out there, and we got super stocks and pure stocks and the Lucas Oil late models. Richest race ever here at Brownstown. 150,000 feature purse, 50,000 to win.
In an absolutely incredible weather forecast here tomorrow.
Absolutely. So Bobby Pierce has led the first 3 laps. Hudson O'Neal is second, then it's Thornton Davenport at Herb. Yes, sir.
Are you surprised Hud chose the inside lane?
Yes.
Here. Okay.
I mean, he's way around here.
He's been rolling the high side. I'm thinking that he's thinking he can get a little better run or angle into corner number 1.
This track's good. It's been good all night. Thanks to Jim Price for all the work he did here. We'll try it all tomorrow night. But right now we got 37 to go to honor C.J. Rayburn. It's Pierce, O'Neal, and Thornton at the Nutrient Ag Solutions Restart Zone, back underway at Brownstown.
And Ricky Thornton Jr. gets a little better restart than Hudson O'Neal. Those two drivers limbo through turns 1 and 2 to see who can go lower. Uncle T on the outside of Jonathan Davenport trying to take that 4th spot away, and he's trying to bring his uncle, Dennis Erb. No, they're no relation with him.
Cousin Dennis.
Uncle.
Now they see they're trying to go 4 wide, at 3 wide almost. O'Neal and Erb on the bottom. Dennis Erb Jr. He won the Ira Baston Memorial here back in April. And he has moved into the 3rd spot in that Rocket Davenport. O'Neal tries to go through the middle up front. You're not missing anything. It's Pierce first, Thornton second. It's a hornet's nest behind him. It's Dennis Erb Jr. at 3rd in the Heatherline Crew Chief 28.
Wouldn't this bunch things up in the Big River Steel chase for the championship? Right now, Ricky Thornton Jr. is 2nd. Jonathan Davenport edged out Hudson O'Neal that last time by. Davenport is 4th. Tim McCready is 7th. Devin Moran has worked his way up to 14th, James.
You know the run he had here a week or so ago in the Castro Flow 9. Right now, Pierce leads by about 7 car lengths. Bobby Pierce out at turn number 4. Heads down the main straightaway. Bobby Pierce, 4 career wins here at Brownstown. And we got a spin at turn 4. We got a sideways. It's Tim McCready. And the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. We had a driver's door facing oncoming traffic, Dustin.
And I believe that means the blend rule will apply here, James. We'll have to check with Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series officials, see if that one came to a complete stop or not. If it did, it'll fall to the tail of the field. If it didn't, the blend rule, I believe, would be in place. We'll take a look at your Flow Racing Instant Replay and see exactly what happened here with the one of Tim McCready. Here's McCready going through turns 3 and 4, and as you mentioned, driver's door facing oncoming traffic, and no, he did not. He did not come to a stop, so that driver will blend in with where he would have been running when the decision was made to pull the Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag. And meanwhile, Jason Jameson has made his way into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. He's getting work done on the 12 men.
Yeah, they go to work on that race car, and he kind of just not making up much ground early in this one. This is a place that he's been good at, so they're going to make some adjustments. A 40-lapper can usually go by in a hurry, but we've already seen a handful of Dave Warren Power Sports cautions, and right now Bobby Pierce probably just wants to stay clean track in front of him. The 32 looking good so far, but still 32 laps to go.
You saw Heather Line down there. How about Dennis Erb Jr., 9th to 3rd? But the biggest mover of the race started 21st. He's up 11 spots. Devin Moran in 99.
I tell you what, he was really picking some cars off there just before that caution came out, James. I had an eye on him, and now you have got...
We'll see where he goes.
Yeah, and see where McCready will be on this restart as well. As it looks like McCready will fall the way to the tail end of the field. So I got to look at my, just very honest, I got to look at my Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series notes there on that one car blending into the field. So it's 8 in the books, James. 32 to go. And it's Pierce, Thornton, Dennis Erb, Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neal, the top 5.
All right, on the restart, 32 to go at the Nutrient Ag Solutions Restart Zone. Dennis Erb Jr. may have the best car on the racetrack, and he's got a good restart. And Dennis Erb Jr. is going to go to 2nd already. 9th to 2nd, DJ in the 28 car.
Yeah, Dennis Erb Jr. right now looking sporty. Only 2 wins this season. One came way early in the year at the Toilet Bowl weekend in Clarksville. Picked up another win over the summer at Quincy, the Summer Nationals. Right now, trying to find victory lane at Brownstown for the first time this season.
So he won an Northern All-Star Ira Baston Memorial in April.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Good job. I appreciate that.
All BP 32 right now, DJ, down the straightaway. Herb second, third is Thornton, fourth Hudson O'Neill, fifth is Mikey Marlar in the 157. Marlar up 5 spots.
And trouble for Dave Hess Jr. as he slows on the front straightaway and will limp that car off into the pit area. It looks like his evening has come to a finish. Meanwhile, this time high at the stripe, 11-lap score and a 1.42-second advantage for the smooth operator.
Well, 34 wins this year as he comes out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Dennis Herb Jr., Thornton right through the middle. Then it's O'Neill in 71, Marlar, Davenport, English, Blair in the 111. Shepard in the B5, Moran in the 99. Moran still in that 10th spot. Right now, Thornton running for second on Herb down the main straightaway.
Moran actually moved up 1 spot the previous lap, then fell back to 10th. As you're looking at the battle for second on your screen, is the 28 of Dennis Herb Jr. going to relinquish that spot to Ricky Thornton Jr. So that is an important 10 championship points gained right there by Ricky Thornton Jr. if he's able to hang on.
Right now, Pierce pick up the tail end of the field for the first time in this race off at turn number 4, 15 in the books. Right now, Thornton would take over the points lead in the 20 RT right there for Kohler Motorsports. Moran would follow third, Davenport second. We still have, 24 race to go. Traffic off of turn 4 for your race leader around Corey Lawler is Bobby Pierce.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce with a 1.8-second lead over Ricky Thornton Jr. and Dennis Herb. 16 laps into this one. 24 laps to go. So quickly closing in on the halfway. Boy, Pierce quickly closing in on the 17 SS of Brendan Smith right there.
Devin Moran up to 9th, looking for 8th on Brandon Shepard. Down the main straightaway, Shepard still has the spot. So right now it's still Pierce, Thornton, Dennis Herb Jr., Hudson O'Neill, Mike Marlar, your top 5, the defending race winner in the 157.
Tell you what, things getting very interesting there for Bobby Pierce at times. At the front of the field, a high-speed game of cat and mouse between he and second place Ricky Thornton Jr. And now heavy lap traffic you see on the screen for your race leader, Bobby Pierce, 1 lap shy of halfway.
Around the 17 SS of Brendan Smith, the 12 of Jason James, 6 of Clay Harris, now behind the 1 of Tim McCready. So right now, off at turn number 4, the advantage looking good right now for the 32 car in a career year out at turn number 2. Second remains Thornton, but he's got 3 cars between first and second at turn 3. There's O'Neill in fourth. Dennis Herb Jr. right in front of him in the 3rd spot.
And Hudson O'Neill quickly reeling in the 28 of Dennis Herb Jr. as well. Remember, Hud was up to second at one time, and a caution flag shuffling back just a few spots now. You see he and Mike Marlar working the top of the racetrack, and we got 1 car boom brake slow on the back straightaway, and that will bring out a Dave Warren Power Sports caution for the driver of the XS Storage 99B. The 21 laps down, 19 laps remaining, and boom, slow on the racetrack. Looks like he is going to try to find an opening and make his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Corey Lawler going to bring his dad Poncho's 93 car.
Don't forget Heartbeat Hot Sauce.
Well.
Get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce products, heartbeathotsauce.com or at amazon.com. As Corey Lawler down in that Sunoco Race Fuels Dry Dean number 93. So 21 scored, right? 19 to go. It's Pierce, Thornton, Herb, Dennis Herb Jr., O'Neill, and Marlar, your top 5, Dustin.
And then 6th spot is Jonathan Davenport, Tanner English 7th, Max Blair 8th, Brandon Shepard 9th, and as you mentioned, Devin Moran right now would be the Todd Steel Building's hard charger. So he's worked his way from 21st up to 10th.
Jimmy Owens up 10 spots, 24th to 14th. Remember, to be Delaware double file restart to 5 or less laps to go, right? In a 40-lap main event.
You look there on those of you watching at home, you just saw where the championship 4 were running on the racetrack. So again, it's Thornton 2nd, Davenport 6th, Moran 10th, and the 1 of McCready is 22nd.
Guys, they're taking a look under the rear end of Boom Briggs, number 99B. Meanwhile, Jason Jameson came back to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. All 4 tires up on that race car. They made a shock adjustment on it, and Corey Lawler, all 4 tires up as well, as they made a right rear adjustment on the 93 car. And if you're Bobby Pierce, you love that Dave Warren Power Sports caution, because they were 2 and 3 wide lap cars in front of him. And right now, this racetrack is really, really good, but it's chaos for the leaders.
Yeah, and only 1 car out of the race bin, and that is Dave Hess Jr. So 27 of the 28 starters, Dustin, still on the racetrack.
And again, that's going to make things interesting if we have a green flag run here for about 8 laps or so. As Boom Briggs, Corey Lawler have made their way out of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. They will tag the tail of the field. Your leader, Bobby Pierce, trips the trigger in the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone. James, we're back underway with 19 to go.
That did kill Longhorn out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now does RTJ have anything for him? Thornton won here twice a year ago. Castro Flow died in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Jackson 100. Thornton on the bottom. Pierce still leads. Third to the 3 wide of the 1. Marlar. Are you kidding me? Boy, CJ would be proud of that move, wouldn't he? Marlar right through the middle of Hudson, O'Neill, and Urban. They're still at it trying to go 3 wide into 3.
I mean,
baby.
You talk about threading the needle. Holy smokes.
The move over the red horn was...
Oh, man. There's your slicker graphic, slickest move of the race right there.
Yes.
Stamp, sealed, delivered. And Marlar may not be done yet. He's quickly closing in on Ricky Thornton Jr. Well documented. The struggles, the turmoils a 157 has had this summer. That time by Circle gets the square, moved the 157 up to the number 2 spot.
Started 10th. He won this race a year ago in a comeback win. He's not done yet. Mikey Marlar, the top at Brownstown, down the main straightaway. What do we got, 15 to go?
Something
turn
fitting,
number 1.
Something fitting about Mike Marlar in a CJ Rayburn Memorial race. They were good friends. Marlar, remember the time he won the Hillbilly 100 in a CJ Rayburn powered CJ Rayburn race car, and you saw right there, he just got the right rear off the top.
And it was a steel block.
Yes, it was a steel motor in a CJ Rayburn race car. Marlar there, you saw, lost a spot, James. No change in the championship 4. Actually, there is. Davenport has fallen down to 8th, you see on the left side of your screen there, upper left. Thornton 2nd, Davenport 8th, Moran 10th, McCready 22nd.
Moran still the Todd Steel Building's hard charger, trying to move up some more. Meanwhile, Pierce, man, Marlar, he had a shot there, but that was going to cost him as they come off at turn number 4. Mikey right now into the 3rd spot. English, how about Tanner English up to 4th? Tanner English started in 13th. Looking for that Indiana U SSSA Bats Biz Softball $500 bonus to a Kentucky driver that has never won a Lucas Oil race for Tanner English. That Coleman Farms 96, Dustin.
You know, I'm watching the lines being run here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all right around the bottom of this racetrack. Bobby Pierce, he's been kind of in the middle of this racetrack and fanning out the high side coming off the corners. You're looking back there in a great battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th at the moment between Brandon Shepard, Dennis Erb Jr., Max Blair, all right there together. This Jonathan Davenport in the 49. He's fallen back to the 9th spot, and this time by 9 laps to go for Bobby Pierce. 1.5 seconds the advantage.
He's led it wire to wire. MD3, most laps led. Into turn 3. Right now, Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to make up time on the bottom. Thornton not done yet off at turn 4.
Heavy traffic.
1.1 was the last deficit. It's under 4/10 of a second. Oh, we got a battle for the lead down the back straightaway, Dustin. Bobby Pierce and Ricky Thornton Jr. in heavy traffic into turn 3.
Drivers in front of them battling for position at the tail end of the field. These guys battling for a win at the front of the field. 7 laps to go this time by. More importantly, Pierce slips up coming off the corner. That opens up the door for Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway.
Pierce has led all the way, but a new leader, and here comes Mike Marlar back in it. He's not done yet. Off at turn 4, a dandy at Brownstown. Ricky Thornton Jr. out in front. Pierce 2nd, Marlar 3rd. Out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, baby. Here comes Mikey. But how about it? Ricky Thornton Jr. in traffic got the lead, and here he comes.
He would have the series points lead after tonight if he's able to hang on and win, James. 5 laps to go for RTJ. Top 3 all within the same half straightaway of each other. Thornton, Pierce, and Marlar coming around this time to 4 laps to go in heavy lap traffic.
Bobby Pierce right there about 2 car lengths back. Marlar 3 car lengths back. Got a turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr., Bobby Pierce, and Mike Marlar. 4th is Tanner English. 5th is Hudson O'Neill off at turn 4. Thornton behind the
where do you go?
17 double S of Brenda Smith. Where do you go?
I don't know. I don't have the answer, but you got to go somewhere because the Wolves are behind you. They're coming, man. Less than 3 to go for Ricky Thornton Jr. Pierce right there. Thornton keeps the nose of the 20RT glued to the inside of the track.
Into turn 1, here comes Pierce. He's about a car length and a half back. Marlar about 3 back down the back straightaway.
Oh, nice move.
As he gets around Brenda Smith, sets a pick there between the 32 and the 20 RT. Thornton off at turn number 4. The Barrett's Performance, 1 lap to go for RTJ.
Final time around for the driver, originally out of Chandler, Arizona. He won the Jackson 100 1 year ago. He's going to kick off the weekend with a win tonight in the CJ Rayburn Memorial. It's Ricky Thornton Jr. Bobby Pierce will finish second. Third goes to Mike, and I stand corrected, Marlar nipped Pierce at the line, James. Marlar nipped him by 3/1,000ths of a second, or 3/100ths of a second at the line. Then Pierce third, Tanner English fourth, Hudson O'Neal finishes fifth.
Wow.
Unofficially, your championship 4 saw Thornton get the win. Davenport was 9th, Moran was 10th, and McCready was 19th. And as you like to say, it's unofficial till it becomes official.
They go to the UNO8 scales to check weight and droop, pound per lap burn off, so 40 pounds. So they can weigh 23.10 as a minimum. Bobby Pierce led the first 33 laps in control. Thornton caught him in traffic. Bobby slipped up out of the groove just a little bit, and Thornton leads the last 7 laps to take over the championship points. Again, $200,000 to the champion again this year. Stay with us, folks. The Bowman Family 50 is coming up next.
Hey, that's a solid group.
Yeah, how about Tanner English? The second year in a row, he has won the hard charger for the Kentucky drive. Of course, CJ Rayburn, a native of Kentucky, brought to you by Tim Foster at Indiana USSSA Fast Pitch Softball. He'll get an additional $500, Tanner English.
Very cool. Very cool stuff. Drivers making their way into the UNOH scale area. You see it kind of off to the distance back there. Again, we are going to do it again tomorrow night with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with the biggest paying race in the history of Brownstown Speedway, James. $50,000 to win. How cool is that?
It's very cool. How about Marlar? If he hadn't slipped off the track on that one lap, but he comes home in second at the line in the 157 water run. Marlar from 10th to 2nd. And Ricky Thornton Jr., he led the last 7 laps. The Rayburn family down there. We've got Carla Rayburn, her better half. How about Billy Moyer in the house tonight? He is done for the year. Billy Moyer, the Hall of Famer, down there as well. Kim Rayburn, Steve Wagers. We've got Justin Shaw, the grandson. How about the trophy that we come up with?
Cool. That's awesome.
Honoring a legend here. We wouldn't be here without him. 1995 track champion C.J. Rayburn, and he would be proud of that one, Ben Shelton. And Ricky Thornton Jr. got it done in a highly entertaining race.
That's right. It's official. Your winner, the 3rd annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial, Ricky Thornton Jr. His 14th Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year. His 26th win overall, the 42nd of his career. And guys, the first full-field win that he's picked up since he joined Kohler Motorsports. $10,000 here tonight. And perhaps equally as important, he takes over the top spot in the Big River Steel Chase for the championship, presented by ARP. He entered the night 60 points behind your leader with the fast time honors tonight, and his performance, he will take over the top spot. And we are going to end for a showcase as we head into tomorrow's Jackson 100 and the Dirt Track World Championship next week. But first, we wait on him to climb out of the race car. We'll talk to your Big River Steel top 3. How about it, your feature winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. Sunoco checkered flag in hand. The confetti flies. The kids are celebrating. And they're down here in victory lane as he picks up the the V1 feature win down here in Lucas Oil victory lane. The CJ Rayburn Memorial. And down here gets hugs from the kids. Well, we'll get you around front, Ricky. I tell you what, I'm going to put you next to this trophy right here. Let's step up here. And first and foremost, before we talk about it, to win any race that has the name CJ Rayburn on it. You're a student of the sport. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's awesome. Obviously, he's a big pioneer of the sport, so it was pretty cool. We got to run at Circle 30 earlier this year for his other memorial race, so it's pretty cool to be able to pick up both of them. But this win's all thanks to my crew. They been busting their butt this week. Longhorn, Bill Stein, been talking to them a lot too, and just trying to get our balance a little bit better. And I felt like we were pretty good there around the bottom. I think Bobby is still a little bit better off the bottom, but overall it worked out for us, and hopefully we can have another one of these tomorrow.
Lap traffic was everywhere tonight, and obviously that played in your favor. How hard was it to be patient out there? Because I'm sure you didn't know how close the guys behind you were.
Yeah, no, it's super hard to be patient, and I almost felt like I was in a better spot than Bobby just because I could slow down and see him move out and trying to get around the lap cars and stuff like that, but then he'd pass the lap car but not really get out. So I knew there towards the end I got behind a couple cars and they were really good around the bottom. I feel like even if I follow them to finish out the race, they're gonna have to really be good around that middle to get around me. So it worked out for us. Car was pretty awesome all night. Hopefully we can have enough speed tomorrow. Like I said, I think Kohler Motorsports, Sunoco Race Fuels, Hoker Trucking, 5-star building, shocker hitch, certified inspection, EMD wraps. Just there's so many people that help us. The boys, Chris, DJ, Ricky, my wife, my two little boys, my little girl are here. I think all the fans for coming out, especially the couple in the back straightaway that was flipping me off all night.
Well, I tell you what, you enter this event, you're 60 points out of the lead, unofficially now the points leader. Tomorrow night, obviously, Eldora, though, but does this give the team the confidence they need to go after this championship now, to go from a lot of people doubted you. They said you couldn't do it. You win tonight, your first full-field victory with the series since you joined this team. Is this the confidence boost you need to get your first series title?
I think so. It's not that we've been way off the pace. It's just trying to figure out that exact balance you need. It's tough to win these deals no matter where you're at. I feel like here, for some reason, it suits me once it gets slick and it's really methodical around the bottom. So I feel like our car's getting better and better, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more confident. And obviously, racing's a big confidence thing. So my crew's never gave up, and it's shown.
The CJ Rayburn Memorial Champion, Ricky Thornton Jr. Second on the Big River Steel podium here tonight. We'll slide over and get a word with him as Mike Marr catching a word with Bobby Pierce, and we'll talk with Mikey first. He's talking with Bob Pierce down here, and Mikey goes from 10th to 2nd. Mikey, there was one restart there. I thought we're going to hug it out. It's been a while. Welcome back to the Big River Steel podium. There was a moment I thought that maybe you were going to repeat in this, but you come home second. How big was this performance tonight for this team?
It was huge. We've had a rough time, and I just hate for my guys and my team, Skyline and Josh and Gary and Cody, my wife Stacy, everything she's got to put up with when I'm running bad. So, it's been a rough summer, but, I was digging hard for CJ there. I thought I put her on my lid there coming off for that lap, and just didn't get there. But, hey, it's a good race. The fans seen a good race. Bobby and Ricky, we had a little excitement there then, and Ricky snuck in there. So, that's a rare thing to see Bobby get caught up in something, So it was an awesome race, and definitely glad to get this 157 anywhere near the front right now.
Talk about that last lap. How were you able to get second at the line?
I just the one of the guys there pinched Bobby down a little bit, and I didn't really have nothing to lose. And there was a little bit of crumbs I could get in, so I got in those crumbs and rolled him a little bit. And he was probably pretty frustrated, I would imagine, too, with everything that happened there. So, but yeah, it was just snuck through there, and thought I was going to get the lead there. Just didn't hardly get there. And all four running the high side was really thin, so I got over. So fun racetrack, though. Again, once again at Brownstown, awesome racetrack, awesome crowd, and been a awesome year running Lucas. I really had a lot of fun with it, and haven't had the results I want, but these guys will toughen you up and make you better too.
Race fans, Mike Marlar comes home second on the Big River Steel podium, and Bobby, I know this is probably one of your more disappointing third-place finishes, man. You controlled the race. What happened, Wade? Thornton said it was probably toughest on you to be leading. Is that how you felt as well?
Yeah, there's a couple guys out there that don't need to be racing and a couple guys that need to retire. So they're going 3 wide and they're running dead last. So it is what it is. We'll just I have to get through there better. If I got door out of the way, do what you got to do, because, it's tough. We had a good car, so you got in dirty air, and, once you catch the lap traffic and they're throwing the crumbs, it's just your car changes and you're not quite used to it. So we had a really good car. I think we were able to win. We just had a really bad corner there. He missed it, and I got into him, and it's tough, when you got this good competition here. And, Marler, I don't know where he started, but it seemed like he had a really good car around the top, and I didn't expect him to be there to pass me. So it is what it is. We'll get the bumper fixed, go on tomorrow. We got a long 100-lap race, so see what we got for him.
All right, guys. Bobby Pierce rounds out the Big River Steel podium in third. Quite the way to start this Jackson weekend. Jackson 100 weekend with the CJ Rayburn Memorial Champion, first time Ricky Thornton Jr.
And we have updated points in front of us right now as well. James, Ricky Thornton Jr. will leave here tonight. We'll go into tomorrow's Jackson 100 with a 20-point advantage over Devin Moran.
Jonathan Davenport third. He's just 25 behind, and Tim McCready loses ground at 145. You still have that battle, a tied battle for 5th and 6th between Hudson O'Neill and Garrett Alberson.
How about it? Go ahead and take a look.
Interesting interviews, right?
Yes.
I want to see the two people on the back straight that were flipping him off, or flipping Ricky off, right?
Well, let's take a look. Maybe we'll see it. We have the Lucas Oil race recap.
Maybe they'll be on the race recap.
Probably not. I got a feeling they won't be. But this one started off with Bobby Pierce bringing the field to the green and leading the field for several laps of this one through several cautions.
The slicker graphics, slick to smooth the race, you called it. I mean, Mike Marler's 3 wide.
Absolutely.
Right between them here on the front straightaway. McCready, there you see getting sideways. Tough luck for him. He'll get a tough break award tonight. As you see the battle, Dennis Erb Jr. was good here. He got all the way up to 2nd after starting in 9th. There you see the battle there between Marler and Thornton. But Marler had that one bad lap, Dustin, as he probably had the fastest car on the track. And right there it was. He got off the bank in turn 4. And there's the pass for the lead, Dustin.
Yep, Ricky Thornton Jr. was able to sneak down to the inside of Bobby Pierce and grab the lead in that one, and he hangs on to lead the final 7 laps and get his first full field win since joining Kohler Motorsports. Ben Shelton, your final thoughts on the opening night of the Jackson 100 weekend here at Brownstown.
Well, tomorrow night is the richest Jackson 100 ever here for this facility, and the stakes just got that much higher because the battle for the title got that much tighter. Don't think that Devin Moran is not going to be looking for redemption tomorrow. Ricky Thornton Jr. has brought a really good race car here, though, and don't count Jonathan Davenport out, and we're going to see if Tim McCready can bounce back. But either way, what a way to start what is going to be an amazing weekend here at the Jackson County Fairgrounds.
Absolutely, my friend James.
Wow.
A good opening night from the house that Essex built.
Hey, one thing you never hear here is aero push or anything like that, right? No dirty air. It's all good. And, man, Ricky Thornton Jr., he won the C.J. Rayburn Tribute at Circle City back earlier this year. Gets the Rayburn Memorial here tonight at Brownstown. Congratulations. And we're going to do it all again tomorrow. Don't forget, autograph session 4:30, dirt racing outreach at 3, 6 o'clock hot laps. We have the Bowman Family 50 coming up next with Dustin George on the call. $2,500 to win, Dustin Jarrett.
Absolutely.
Great call, brother. That
Great
was
call.
fun. Let's do it again,
We'll
brother.
do it again tomorrow night. Don't go anywhere if you're here on the grounds or watching at home. On the other side of this set of commercial breaks, we got the Bowman Family 50 for the Indiana Pro Late Model Series. It's MAV TV on Flow Racing.